If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. A lot of you are probably aware I've been running an alternate format out of my Discord server, and in said alternate format, I had the absolute audacity to bring Reasoning Gate back to two, essentially two copies each. So there's been a lot of cooking with these cards, and one of the ideas that people come up with is this Amaryllis build. One of the big reasons that this was a mistake to bring these back is because we have these cards, like Wolf especially, where if you just pass over them with Reasoning Gate, they just get milled and then like go to the graveyard. So it's very crazy. Basically, between Wolf and Amaryllis, we've got 6 cards that we can just like mill off of Reasoning for value, which is absolutely insane. Or rather, it would be if Reasoning was at more than one. So basically, we kind of just adapted the Lightsworn Amaryllis build to try and include Reasoning and Monster Gate. Hopefully to great effect in terms of our sealing hands. So we filled in a lot of the other portions of the deck with just more draw power in the form of Upstart Goblin and Reckless Greed. And then we're also on, Giant Tornado MST, and we essentially cut out a bunch of the normal summons so we could play a low monster count and see how crazy turbo we could go with this. So, yeah, the deck, obviously, a lot of just, like, explosive sealing potential. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so the first match, I think this one was against... Was this against something I couldn't even identify? Yeah, it looked like some whack Diva hero build that was main decking Mind Crush or something, and Reckless Greed too. Kind of coincidence that I was also playing Reckless Greed. So we have a decent opening, but our Amaryllis gets banished, which is not great for us. However, they do just run over the Card Trooper, which is like fine, I guess. We get a draw. And then we end phase space, we hit the Mind Crush. I decided to go for the Giant Trunade here because we have Hidden Armory into DDR, get back the Lone Fire, and then we do remember the Wolf, got milled. Then we go for Brain Con. I think I missed Lethal here, actually. If I recall, I could have just synced for Goyo and had Exact. Yeah, I didn't see that line, I guess. I was too, like, thinking about syncing. I was thinking about syncing with the Caius, and I didn't realize we could just make Goyo and have Lethal, but it doesn't really end up mattering. We have Stardust, Titanial, and like an Amaryllis. No Amaryllis. It got banished or something, yeah. But, I mean, they can't do anything there. It's very over. So game number 2, we open up pretty sick. Got that Solar Recharge. Got the Charge of the Light Brigade. Getting some good mills. You'd love to see it. We get Mind Crushed on our Lila, but that's okay. We're going to go for the Lone Fire into Dandelion, which apparently I was still playing at this point. I might have had a build that was like 1 card different or something than the one I showed. But I think I was playing Trooper and Plague instead of Upstarts. Yeah, I apologize for that. The build got like changed halfway through or something. Yeah, I was on like a slightly higher monster count and not playing Upstart Goblin. I think those are the only differences. So we bring back double Amaryllis here. Game's pretty much over. But then they draw 4 with Reckless Greed. I still can't figure out what their deck is, by the way. What do you... Is it DDV? Was this sided in, maybe? It just kind of looks like some whack Diva hero build. I'm not really sure. Anyways, they go set everything. But, yeah, I decided I wanted to attack first to try to get my stuff removed so I could go for Reasoning. But they just don't have anything. And they're dead, so... Yeah, a weird game. Alright, here's the match against Frogs. This one was pretty epic, if I recall. Definitely some interesting things happen. Well, it's Hero Frogs. I don't know why it doesn't check show both as default, but whatever. Yeah, they have a pretty standard opening. They do the thing where they bounce their Stratos back with Swap Frog, I guess, so they can get another search. We're just going to resolve a bunch of draw cards. We should go for Lone Fire first, then go for Trade-In, then go for Charge... And I think we do now activate the Reasoning. Unfortunately, they call 4, and we just hit a Lila straight away, which is insanely unlucky. We go card destruction, but then we draw into a gate, so I'm like, YOLO, let's do it. We hit a Wolf, we hit an Amaryllis, and then we hit a Titanial. So you can start to kind of see the theory behind the deck is just like you get these free mills while you're reasoning and gating. I don't know. These aren't really verbs, but yeah. And actually, if I had had the balls to go for the Mark of the Rose, I would have killed them, right? Because it would have been, yeah. I guess I figure it's Frogs, so like we only saw 1 fader. There's still Gores, there's still Trag, there's still more faders. So I decided to conserve the Mark of the Rose. It's not going to matter tremendously. I think this game is very over. The one risk is that we might deck out if they dupe block us. I chain the Reckless Greed. Basically, we can't deck out so long as our draw phase is being skipped by the effect of Reckless Greed. And then we take the dupe with the Mark, and we just have lethal. So yeah, pretty clean game number one, just going crazy right off the bat with the reasoning in the gate, milling our whole deck. And they just go straight for dupe block in game two, which we draw another Titanium for turn, not very good. We can get into the Lone Fire with the reasoning, use the Hidden Armory to get the Mark to steal the dupe to out the dupe block. At the very least, outing dupe block's not actually too tough for us. And then we set Reckless, they set Pass. Here they Raigeki break, that's fine. I think we could have Recklessed here. I decided to just wait, though. Yeah, I do decide to just wait on it. And then, unfortunately, okay, we do go for it now. And we draw. We don't draw much, though. Yeah, this was pretty bad. I guess we can get rid of the frogs and stuff. So here, I play around Gores, and they were being greedy with their Gores, so they held it. We bring back the Wolf, and now we drop. Oh, wait, we go in with the Lila, but it gets faded, so we just tribute both, summon an Amaryllis. They summon Caius, but we Amaryllis negate. We draw another Amaryllis for turn, which is just so bad at this point. And then our Amaryllis gets crowed too, which is also so bad. And then it goes Taster, which is just from bad to worse. So this game's gone really downhill. We need to draw something. And we draw, yeah, not very good. We were hoping for one of the lightning vortexes that I sided in. Would definitely have been insane, but no such luck. We can go for Mark Titanium, try to stay alive here. I decided to crash the Cataster. And then here, they make a weird play. They go for Vanity's Fiend, I think. Okay. Which, we just need to find an out to this, and we're good. We trade in, draw two, but then we draw into two more trade-ins. So we go to game three. Yeah. Unfortunate there. I think that game was semi-winnable, but we got a couple bad breaks in the late game. Here, we're going to start off with Charge and Delilah. This hand's not fantastic. It's like, okay, the worst case scenario is that they open Stratos and DD Crow to stop our Amaryllis, which does happen. It's kind of fine, though. It depends. They drew Gores again, by the way. That's so annoying. Frogs, when they draw Gores, are just so ridiculous. Here we go for Reckless. We draw into Solar Recharge. That's very nice. We go Lila. Then we do attack with the Lila. I think they actually dropped the Gores a little bit earlier this game than last game. We're going to bring back the double Amaryllis and then mill some more cards. So we got a field full of stuff here. The opponent has some things they can do, though. They've drawn Sub again, so they can dupe block. Although we have Brain plus Mark to out like pretty much anything. They even Ab Zero in main 2, but that's obviously not going to be enough because we can just take the Ab Zero and then yoink the dupe, and then this puts them down like really low. We hit for 300, we hit for 28, then they're on 600 life points, and I think I mean, either way, we're summoning back an Amaryllis. We could tribute over our own Titanial, so we don't have to banish one of the Amaryllis. And then we bring back an Amaryllis, and they just have no way to get rid of it, so they're going to die to the 800 burn, and that's going to be the end of it. So we take the match over Frogs. Finally, we have one final match. This one wasn't as like impressive as the other ones, I don't think. We drew really bad. The opponent was playing some weird, like, Necro Valley, Gear Town pile. Let's see, we just summon Lila Pass. We do mill an Amaryllis, very good. But unfortunately, they have Mind Control, which is somewhat of a disaster. Forces us to chain the Reckless, but then we don't draw anything off the Reckless. So now we're just, like, praying they don't have, like, multiple plays that demand outs, or we're, like, pretty much screwed. We do get sort of lucky here. And that they don't hit our Lila or our Brain Control, because if they had, the game would have just been over right there, since we can't draw cards anymore. They do have the Necro Valley, which is going to prevent us from using Amaryllis, but we kill it with the Lila, Brain to out their stuff. So as long as they can't put up another big body, we should be okay, but they top deck Terraforming and then break or pop their own Gear Town. So yeah, this isn't looking so good. We are going to lose our whole field, and we can't draw for turns, so that's pretty much the end of it if they have any monster, and they do. Alright, not much we could have done there. Going on to game number 2. We're going to trade in straight away, set 2 pass. Double Reckless is really insane, because when you drop 2 of this card together, it's just so nuts. Like, you just draw 4, and then only have to skip 2 draw phases. Absolutely nuts. So we do Reckless here, and then they throw the game by judgmenting a Reckless Greed, and then we just have another Reckless Greed as well. So, yeah, I mean, we should just win from here. We know Judgment's gone, the set's probably nothing, and we have DDR mark, and that's going to be the end of it. So the opponent definitely punted that one. Shouldn't have Judgmented the Reckless there, like, ever. It was a really strange play. Game 3, we have DDR'd out the Magical Hats, go into Titanial, attack over. That's pretty good. We revive Amaryllis, we mill 3 more, but then they draw Dust Shoot, which is just, oh, it's going to mess us up really bad, because I think we draw Solar Recharge for turn. And they hit over our stuff. We go for the Brain, because after we get our, like, entire play ruined. And then we hit in for some damage, but we can't bring back the Amaryllis anymore. We just go set 2. The opponent has a Spy and a Mirror Force. We draw... Oh, yeah, we didn't shuffle. So we draw a useless trade-in. And now we're under tremendous pressure, and we're just going to die in 1 turn unless we top deck something that is immediately usable. Draw Typhoon, which I guess can keep us alive, potentially, so provided that they don't have a bottomless set and that they don't top deck another monster. But they do have a bottomless set. So we end up losing that one. Kind of felt like that game was stolen by the Dust Shoot, because we would have gone ham with the Solar Recharge and whatnot, but whatever. It is what it is. Dust Shoot really messes up this deck, so I mean, sometimes it depends, I guess. You could just open all spells realistically, but yeah. Anyway, those fun matches. We did some cool stuff with the Reasoning and Gate. We exploded versus the Frog player, which felt good for sure. Anyway, let me know what you thought in the comments section, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, guys. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.